And here's what's really interesting about this whole ordeal and about Narukami's position. In Japan, the name for arena is notably named P4U, the ultimate in Mayonaka Arena. But in the West and in Europe, it is just called Persona 4 Arena. And when it comes to Ultimax, in Japan, it was P4UU, while in Europe and the West, it was called P4AU. And when I visit the main page for the BlazBlue Cross game, and I scroll down to see the whole copyright ordeal, we got Rooster Teeth, we have Eunice with French Bread, but then we have Atlas and Sega with P4U. And that right there can go towards anything. Either it is referring to Persona 4 Ultimax, or is it gonna be referring to the Japanese name, which is just P4U. So it would just be a really bad call if they're sticking with Vanilla Arena and not going with Ultimax. Hell, even Ultimax has more villains inside that version of the game rather than in Persona 4 Arena. Persona 4 Arena, you technically just had Shadow Labyrinth, but if they install Ultimax into this crossover, we would have Sho Minazuki, Shadow Labyrinth, and then even Adachi. So again, it would just be a really bad call if they don't install Ultimax over Arena. That was me 2 years ago. I made that video in July of 2017. Shared my initial thoughts on said process, on what I thought was a little weird in regards to BBTAG. And here we are, in 2019 of March, doing a follow-up video of that one, discussing yet again what is being represented, and now, does Ultimax characters have a chance after all this time? I'm making this said video because as of late, I've been getting hit again with Ultimax characters were already coming. They already were planned. They've been coming. I've been getting hit with those kind of comments. And all I gotta say is, when? When exactly is that happening? These are from most of the same people that have been saying this 2 years ago. And here we are, in the game's current state, where we have, in BlazBlue's case, we got a lot of characters from the latest installment of the game, which is Naoto Kurogane, Mai, 9, Jubei, S. And what's being represented for BB is Central Fiction. And then we have another unique case with Under Night. Eunice, being the latest version of Under Night, is being represented. And the one character to represent the newer characters released for our Eunice is Mika. And then we have Persona 4 Arena, where it is not Ultimax. One is themed Shattered Glass, and the other one is themed Fire. A year after the initial release of BBTAG, Persona 4 doesn't have any characters from Ultimax. Sho, Adachi, Junpei, Rise, Marie, and so on and so forth. But I'm not here to explain that. I'm here to do a follow-up video on that other video that I made back in 2017. Because things have definitely changed. So even before making this video, I asked people on Twitter to help me search for something unique. And that is with the copyright placeholders that they initially have on the trailers for BBTAG. If you look at the very first reveal trailer, or the teaser trailer, whatever it was, you'll see what was being represented in the copyright area was P4A. Now I'm gonna lay down this logic again for people who are about to type without reaching this part of the video. What if Persona 4 Arena is representing the entire franchise? I'm gonna call BS, because why is Eunice there? And why not just Uniel? Why isn't Calamity Trigger there? But BBCF is. It's clear as day that these games are indeed different. So why look, in Persona's case, differently than the rest? There's also going to be people saying that, well, in Japan it is called P4U. and that's gonna stand for Ultimax. And you're wrong, because believe it or not, in Japan, Ultimate in Mayonaka Arena is Persona 4 Arena. They call it P4U in Japan, but here in the West, they call it P4A. They are one in the same. And to even follow up this little scenario, is this screenshot right here. This was actually taken from the reveal trailer with Nine and Merkava and Mitsuru and stuff like that. All those characters that were coming in. This is from that reveal trailer. It says P4U and P4A. They are one in the same. That is really the end of that. And then, I can't believe I'm saying this again, if you're gonna think Ultimax, yeah, that's a little different. We have Persona 4 Arena, the Ultimax, or, as for short, P4AU. The second one being Persona 4, the Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold. And yes, that is the actual real name. So, those are two massively different things. I can't believe after all this time I have to repeat the difference. Because again, I mentioned this 2 years ago. And then give granted, some people were like, I knew something was weird. And then some other people in that video were like, I don't know, I think you're kind of nitpicking. 2 years later, still no Ultimax characters. But that was just the knowledge tidbit of this video. I am actually here to discuss, more importantly, the predicament that Persona 4 is in within BBTAG. And I wanted to make this separate video because not a lot of people want to watch a video where their said game is not the subject. Cough, Arcana Heart, cough. So here we are making another video, which is a follow-up towards my other video 2 years ago. So as we all know, Persona 4 Arena within BBTAG is very short in characters. And within this next reveal that is happening God knows when, Elizabeth is necessary to represent P4A. And she will be the very, very last one to represent Persona 4 Arena. Why not Shadow Labbers? Well, they said that Pelpa characters are not a thing for BBTAG. I believe they don't want that kind of chaotic feature, I guess you could say, within the game. Now, with that said, what actually happens after Elizabeth gets revealed? What happens to Persona 4 characters after that? If you guys watched my other video, I said I didn't believe Ultimax characters were coming in because of what was being represented plain as day, from the logos to what was being held copyright-like as well. That was then. And now I kind of had, I don't want to say a 180, but I believe that Ultimax characters should come in. And it's not because I want them in either. It's only due to the fact that if Elizabeth is next, and no one else is going to be coming in, what's going to happen? If Arc System Works has their backs against the wall, they know Elizabeth is the only one left, so now is a good time to bring in Ultimax characters. Especially if they're going to keep on revealing new characters and new crossovers for BBTAG. It only makes the most sense. As I said in my other video with Arcana Heart, if Persona 4 Arena doesn't get updated in some way, shape, and form with characters from Ultimax, anything of that nature, there's going to be a lot of people pissed. Especially the ones that have been saying that Ultimax characters have been coming for like the past 2 whole years. They have their backs against the wall. And I'm sure as hell they received enough backlash from the Ruby ordeal to see where things may go if they don't even get Ultimax characters into the fray. And now I see people having these theories where this blue color within the next reveal for BBTAG is gonna be Ultimax. And all I have to say is that it's pretty stupid. I'm not saying that they're stupid for thinking that, but I am saying that if it is true, it would be beyond stupid. Cause why even do that? Why do that? It kind of slides in with the whole like logos thing that I said earlier, but in a different scenario. Like imagine if Calamity Trigger was being represented for BBTAG, and you didn't get Maya 9 and freaking Jubei and shit like that. Imagine. The same thing goes for Under Night. You didn't get Mika, right? You got Uniel. There is no possibility of Enkidu Wagner phoning. But then this next crossover within BBTAG is happening, and it's gonna be Central Fiction. You know how stupid that would be if you had two of the same names inside of BBTAG, two BB games, two Persona 4 Arena games, and two Under Night names. That would be stupid, and that would leave any possibility of an outside source material to be within BBTAG. Like, we're lucky that freaking Arcana Heart was even into the fray. That's great, but that's just my little thought. If what they say is true, and if this color is actually indeed Ultimax, that would be so damn stupid. Obviously, a lot of people won't give a shit when it happens because that means their characters are coming in. But why not have Ultimax chosen from the damn start when you had Eunice and Central Fiction represented in the game's very first life? No? Am I just an idiot for thinking that way or what? I don't know, but whatever. This video is really gonna break a lot of friendships again for me, isn't it? Now, on to the other subject that would be very interesting for most of you guys. Earlier, I brought up pictures of said ordeals, of the copyright stuff, right? Where it was always P4A and Eunice. I brought those up. And the latest one that I brought up that had the P4U/P4A into the title, into that place, was actually from, again, the reveal trailer where they revealed Mitsuru and 9 and stuff like that. That was back at EVO of last year. Now something interesting has happened where that doesn't exist anymore. Now, obviously, a lot of people at this point would be like, so wait, after all this time, now you're saying that there's a chance? Well, no. All I'm saying is that something has genuinely happened. I'm not saying it has a chance by any means necessary, but it is different how these past trailers and stuff like that, these past reveals, nearly each one of them, they had the copyright stuff at the bottom right of the screen when the thing was almost over. When it had the logo of BBTAG at the end, right? But then you go watch the Naoto reveal, or even the Heart reveal overall with Teddy and Seth, they don't have that. They just have French Bread, Atlas, Arc System Works, and Rooster Teeth. So, what I showed you before basically doesn't exist at this moment in time. Again, this doesn't automatically mean that Ultimax characters are coming. No way. That doesn't automatically mean Ultimax characters are coming. But I'm just pointing out my research. I have looked high and low for these images that I basically found 2 years ago. And that thing was all the way up until last year's EVO, including the character introductions that they made like 6 months ago. Those were always there. And then now with these new trailers, with them showcasing the new pack, which is again Naoto, Teddy, Seth, and Heart, they don't actually have those anymore. That is gonna go to anybody's imagination. But I do believe, just by chance, it's a bit of a long shot at that they may be hiding those things now. Why is that? Things can obviously change with the upcoming Fate, and we'll see if those copyright stuff are still going to be lingering there. We shall see. But at the end of the day, they are indeed, in fact, hidden. You can look at their latest trailers. You can look at their websites. There is nowhere anymore that they put there plain as day what's being represented. P4A, Eunice from French Bread. All they have is Rooster Teeth, French Bread, Atlas, Sega, and of course, Arc System Works. So, again, that could be up to your imagination. That could be up to anybody's imagination. But for me personally, it doesn't automatically mean that Ultimax characters are coming in. Now, I guess it's about time to wrap things up. I'm sure by the time this happened, I will be crucified, but I am speaking my honest opinion. Always have, always will. I did this basically 2 years ago, and look where that got me. In short, I believe that they need to come in. Ultimax characters need to come in. Arc System Works has their backs against the wall. They know Elizabeth is gonna be the final character that they can put in from vanilla Persona 4 Arena. And to keep up with reveals, again, if Mori gets his other crossovers, they need to bring in Ultimax characters. And if they don't even update those characters, you're gonna have a lot of people pissed. And I read a comment on my Arcana Heart video, and it's basically the same thing that I said too within it, is that what if the possibilities are there when Persona 4 Arena would just be done? And that dude said that. He believes that P4A will slowly be done, and their focus would go towards the upcoming, like, franchises that are going to be in BBTAG. That right there is definitely a possibility. But again, if they don't want that backlash that they had with the Ruby separation, they need to bring in Ultimax characters. But yeah, this turned out to be a more lengthy video than I thought, but I guess I had to go in deep because of a lot of people just saying, for the past 2 years, and it just, you know, resurrected out of nowhere, that Ultimax characters are coming. All I gotta say is when. But tell me down in the comments what you guys think. I am very curious where you guys stand in all of this. And with that, my name is Jerome, and I will see you guys within the next video.